not here to haunt you. I'm here to remind you. I was human too. I don't know how long I have left, but I know this. You're listening. And that is more than I ever had. I'm 106 years old. I was never supposed to live past 27. But here I am. Bones aching, voice trembling, memories fading, but heart still full. My name is Joseph Merrick, but most of the world never used it. They called me the Elephant Man. They didn't mean it kindly. It was a label, a warning, a curiosity. It was how they let themselves look at me, without having to feel for me. And if I'm being honest, I stopped expecting kindness a long, long time ago. I was born in Leicester, England, in 1862. My mother told me I was a beautiful baby. She used to rock me in her arms and hum hymns at night, soft and low, like prayer. She had a voice that made everything feel safe. I remember the way her hands felt. Thin, warm, always moving gently. But by the time I turned 5, I started to change. At first, it was just the skin on my arm. Rough, thick, like bark. Then, the swelling came. My lips ballooned. My head grew heavy, uneasy, difficult to hold up. Children stopped playing with me. Adults stared. My mother cried at night when she thought I couldn't hear. And my father, he never said it out loud, but I knew he was ashamed. When I was 10, my mother passed away. That day, the world went silent. My stepmother never touched me. She said I was cursed. She told her children not to sit near me at supper. She made me eat alone in the corner, if I was allowed at all. She called me it. I remember one winter. I was 11. I slept in the coal shed with no blanket. My fingers were cracked and bleeding. I held my breath at night because I didn't want to cry loud enough for them to hear. It's strange how cold can make you forget you're a person. By 12, I left home. I tried selling matches on the street, but people crossed the road when they saw me coming. Some dropped coins and ran. Others spit. A baker once threw a loaf at me and said, "Go feed your face, monster." I wanted to shout that I had a name, that I liked books, that I remembered hymns, that I missed my mom. But I didn't say a word, and the world tells you loud enough that you're a mistake. Eventually you believe them. I was 17 when I joined a traveling show. They put me in a wooden crate with slits. People lined up outside the tent. The sign read, "The Elephant Man, half beast." I stood in the dark, listening to the crowd murmur. Children clutched their mothers' hands. Men dared each other to laugh. Some tried to touch me through the bars. They didn't see me flinch. In time, a little girl looked straight at me and said, "Mama, is that a bad dream?" Her mother answered, "No, sweetie. That's what happens when God turns away." I didn't cry. I just stood there. Because if I stood there long enough, they paid me a few shillings. Enough for bread, enough for a roof. I slept in animal stalls. I ate scraps. I wrapped my face in cloth when I walked through town. Not for modesty, but so no one would scream. Sometimes I dreamed I looked normal. Just for a day. A plain face. 2 steady feet. A chance to smile at someone without them shrinking back. But every morning, I woke up the same. And the mirror? I stopped looking at mirrors when I was 13. I didn't need a reflection to know what I was. Then came Blunder, and a man named Dr. Frederick Treves. He came to one of the shows. He asked to see me in private. He didn't stare like the others. He didn't laugh. He didn't ask to measure my skull or weigh my limbs. He said, "Joseph, can you understand me?" And something inside me cracked. He used my name. He brought me to the London hospital. I thought it was another examination, another place to poke and prod and catalog me like a fossil. But no, he gave me a room. It was my turn, a bed, books. He asked what I liked. I said poetry. I quoted Psalm 23, and he didn't look shocked. He looked moved. He brought a woman to meet me once. She smiled. She reached out her hand. Then she touched mine. Not with gloves, not with fear. She held my hand as if it were any other hand. That night, I went back to my room and sobbed. For hours. Not because I was broken, but because I remembered what it felt like to be real. I stayed in that room for the rest of my short life. People began visiting. Some brought gifts, others brought questions. But Dr. Treves, he brought dignity. He never let me forget that I was a man. And when I asked him, "What do you think happens when we die?" he said, "I think we're finally known for who we are, nothing more, nothing less." At 27, I tried something I'd never dared before. I laid my head on a pillow. But just once, to sleep like other men, and I never woke up. They said I suffocated, that my head was too heavy, that my lungs couldn't bear the weight. But I think I was ready. That should have been the end. But here I am, somehow, 106 years old. Bones weary, but spirit still full. Because tonight, you're not here to stare. You're not here to mock. You're here to listen. And that means maybe I didn't live in vain. So, before I leave, before the lights dim again, I want to sing the words I never got to say. If you've ever felt alone, if you've ever been told you were too ugly, too strange, too broken to love, then listen closely, because I am Joseph Merrick. And I am not a monster. I am a man. And I am still here.
Walked through shadows all my life, hiding from every mirrored light. People looked, then turned away. No one ever asked me if I wanted to stay. They gave me names I didn't choose, a thing to fear, a face to lose. But deep inside, beneath the skin, a quiet soul was screaming to begin. I am not a monster. I am not a beast. I am not the echo of your fear unleashed. I have dreams that never grew, a voice that waited just for you. I am not a monster. I'm a man, just like you. I never never felt a loving hand. Not once was I called a gentleman. They paid to stare, they called me wrong, but no one ever asked me for a song. Behind the scars, I kept a name, a quiet hope, a hidden flame, that one day someone just might see, not what I am, but who I could be. I am not a monster, I am not a curse, I am not a chapter in the book you rehearse. I've been waiting all these years to trade your silence for your tears. I am not a monster, I'm a man, still here. Can you hear me now? Would you take my hand? Would you look beyond the shape and see the man? I am not a monster, I am not your shame, I am not the punchline to a crueler name. I was broken, but I breathe, I still hurt, and I still need to be seen, to be true, to be human, just like you.